How are you feeling now that you're back from trials?
Feeling good, it seems like it happened so long ago, It's just yeah, it seems so far away now, but yeah.
It's been a couple of
It
weeks,
has been
right?
a couple of weeks, yeah. But yeah, like honestly, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to start
Oh,
training again.
good. Oh,
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Okay. Um, so I've encountered several people who have seen you at swim meets for many years, which would be what, about 10 years of
Yeah.
you
Oh,
started when you were around 6 or 7?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
So
been
for
like
a
10
long
years, yeah.
time. Yeah. So the word in the bleachers for all these years was we all better keep an eye on you because you would be an Olympic swimmer someday. Did you know that all those people were talking about you for all those years?
No, 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 no. I didn't know that, but
Yeah.
it's sort of always been like a goal of mine to make the Olympics someday. Like even from when I was like 8 or 9 years old, I always knew, you know what, that's like the final destination of my
Wow.
journey, and that's where I kind of want to end up, right?
That's great. And do you feel after doing the Olympic trials, do you feel even more so because you had that exposure, or, was that just a step along the way?
I feel like I'm just really getting started now, because
Okay.
like it's starting to become like it's starting to come to a point where my goals are actually like in front of me, like
Yeah.
I can actually see where I need to go, and
Okay.
there's more of like a tangible path of where I actually need to go from here. So like
Okay.
what I need to do, what I need to get better on, and hopefully in the next 4 years, I'll be ready for that.
Yeah, because the next one is 2028
2028 in
in Los
Los
Angeles.
Angeles, yeah,
Yeah.
close to
Okay.
home, so that'll be
So,
good.
okay. So that's exciting. So, following that, all these years later, you've really arrived. Like, you've taken a big step by doing the trials,
Hmm.
and I think this was a huge and a successful milestone for you. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was one of my best meets of my career so far. So
Okay.
yeah, it was definitely like a big
A,
step up in like my game, which
and a
was
big
great.
confidence booster,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay. Um, so when you say that, overall, you feel like your performance was top notch. It was the best that you could do.
Yeah, I mean, there's always stuff that can be done better, right? That's like the whole point of being a athlete, right?
Athlete.
Like there's always stuff that you can get better at, but I think I've taken a step up in some of my best events, like uh and like the things that I need to work on are now just like little things that are gonna help me get a little bit better from now on. But yeah, like I mean, it was really successful for the year so far, and
Good.
yeah, I'm super happy with it.
That's great. Well, this might strike you odd, but have you ever thought about quitting swimming along the way?
Yeah, actually, when I was like 12, I was a pretty anxious kid. I don't know, like I would hate going to swim meets. I would like puke before every race because I
Oh,
would get
okay.
so nervous. Yeah, like I don't know, like me and swimming have had like a pretty love-hate relationship. It's been
Yeah.
very bittersweet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think as I've gotten older, it's just been getting better and better, because like I've been
Okay.
learning to like manage myself more in those high pressure moments. Like and like I think that comes with maturity, right? Like
Yes, for sure.
you start to know how to like handle yourself more, and you get into like these routines that help you manage yourself better. And
Okay.
yeah, that's really how I've like managed. But yeah, like there was a point where I didn't really like swimming and I probably would have wanted to quit, but my mom and my dad, they kept me in it, so I'm actually super grateful for them and
I'm
what they've
I'm
done for me.
I'm sure you are. So, and they're so proud of you. So, as you approach the Olympic trials, um, what emotions ran through your mind? Were you filled with a mix of nervousness, excitement, and fear, or did you maintain a calm and ready demeanor, prepared to step up into high performance swimming, or all of
Well,
that?
I've really been like visualizing the trials for really since like the start of this year. And
Okay.
like the whole first half of this, like the first half of this year was pretty much for me to get ready for this meet, right? And like
Okay.
so I've been putting all my time, all my preparation for this meet. And so when I got there, like I kind of felt that yeah, I was ready for this.
Yeah.
Like I've been training my like all year, like for like the past 10 years of my career, like I've been ready. So like I wasn't that nervous. I was pretty calm. I was like, okay, I just gotta execute the plan,
Mm-hmm.
swim my best race, and then if I do well, that's just part of that, right?
That's a big bonus.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you were,
I felt ready. Yeah, I
yeah,
felt confident.
yeah, your anxiety wasn't off the
No,
charts
no, no,
or
no. Yeah, it's
no.
been a while since I've been like freaked out like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I learned to manage myself. Great.
I mean, that's great. That's really actually impressive that you've been able to do that, because a lot of people, even in their adult years, can't, can't deal with anxiety and can't deal with that sort of challenge. And
Right.
it's really limiting for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it's not for you. So
Not
that's
anymore.
good.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
good.
Um, what was it like to have your dad in the stands?
Oh
I've
man,
tried to get that out of him, but
it was
you
pretty
know,
funny actually. Sometimes, like, I would be going up for my race, and you would get I don't know, you get pretty freaked out because like he said, I would go up late, but like I would still go up like 15 minutes before my race, and
yeah,
he would like scream at me from the stands. You better get up to your race. You better get up to your race. And I was like, all right, yeah,
yeah,
I
I'm
will.
going
But
down.
like, anyway, yeah, like I've been doing this longer than he has, right? So
Yeah,
I kind of know what I need to do. But
that's
but like,
funny.
it was definitely good having him there because like having him there like supports my whole routine. Like he makes the meals and stuff for me, so I don't have to worry about that, and I can just focus on resting and getting ready for my
Getting ready.
races. So like having him there was a huge support for me, and I'm super grateful for it.
That's good to hear. So he did tell me, which was unaware of, that you could get as much as 9 hours sleep, or
Yeah.
did you?
I did
Or
get yeah. I did get a lot of sleep and I had some naps in there. So like honestly, it wasn't that hard of like a schedule, I
okay,
would race, come home, stretch, have a nap and then eat and then race again and then sleep again. So
okay.
it wasn't that hard, no. And
So
he made it easier.
okay, so the morning swims were what, around 8 in the morning, or what time did they go?
Well, warm up started at like 7:30
Okay.
and then I would usually swim around like 9:50, 10 o'clock in the morning
Okay.
based on where my like heat was.
Yep.
But yeah, it would usually around that time. And so I would get to the pool around like 8ish and then
Okay.
swim warm up at like 8:30ish. Yeah, so it wasn't that early of a start to my day compared to what I've used to. But
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure. And then your final for the day, what time was that?
Finals, they were a bit later. Finals started around like well, it depends if you're in the senior final or in the junior final, but
Yeah.
the senior finals they started like 6 o'clock ish.
Okay.
And then the junior final started like 7 o'clock ish. So
Okay.
I would race anywhere from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock
Okay.
at
So
night.
that's not, I was wondering about that and thought, geez, if that's 8 or 9 o'clock, that's like hard to get yourself
Ready? I
psychologically
know.
ready again. So, okay. So, and tell me about warm ups. So, with my little bit of swimming experience at meets, I was never sure. Like, I thought, oh my God, if I swim too hard when I go to do my event, I'm going to be done. And I never really knew what I should be doing for warm ups. So, did you have like a set?
Yeah. So like I've had like a set warm up that I do for every meet for like
Okay.
a few years now.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I usually swim around like 2K for warm up, and then I'll be ready for my race. And like I usually want like an hour to 45 minutes before my race, so I'm gonna hop out of warm up like and I want to give myself like a full hour or like 45 minutes before I race.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, like and warm up there, you really don't have to do that much hard stuff. It's mostly just like stuff to get you loose, get you ready, and then like you
Yeah.
do like a few fast up to find the pace and to like find the rhythm that you need for your
So,
race.
So when you were on the blocks, and how many swimmers would be out there on the blocks? Like,
Well, there was a 10-lane pool, so
oh, okay.
nine other, so yes, like nine other swimmers. Yeah.
Okay. And when you're swimming, I've always wanted to ask a high end swimmer about this. Are you just like straight eyes ahead, or are you aware of the two swimmers on each side of you or anybody else pulling ahead, or how do you deal with that?
Well, it's kind of like a mix, right? Like you want to be in the race,
Yeah.
but you don't want to be so in the race that you forget your plan,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So you got to be aware where people are in the race, and like if someone tries to make a move, you got to make the move with them. But you don't want to, like, say if there's a guy who like sprints the first 50 and then he dies, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to be there with that guy. So you got to have your plan and you got to have your tactics, right? And then you got to also be aware of the race happening. So
Itself.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So that sounds, if you've got a strategy to deal with that, are there swimmers that still do that? Like go balls to the walls for
First,
50,
and then they just
50 meters and then they tank?
yeah. I mean, like that definitely still happens, and like I think it happens more at meets like this, because there's
Yeah.
so much pressure in the
Yeah.
pool, right? It's like, okay, I have to perform here, so you really get out, and you probably get out faster than you need. But like, I think I did a really good job of like sticking to my plans, and like I think that's why
Sounds
I
like
did
it.
so well. Because
Yeah.
like I would just stick to my plan, but I'd also be in the race too,
Okay.
so I wouldn't be too far back.
Okay. So I watched you and was, just excited. So tell me, when you think back now, do you think back on your best performance for a certain event? Do you look at it at a whole, and what do you think about, you know, what was your best event, or do you not look at them in isolation?
No, I think I definitely look at every event differently. Like I'll
Yeah.
focus on one event and I'll see, okay, I did that well, but like what can I do better next time?
Okay.
And based on that, I think my best event of the meet was probably my 800 free.
Yeah.
Like I did really well on that. I got the Pan Pacs qualifying time, and that's why I'm going to
Yeah.
Australia this year. But yeah, like honestly, it was super well swam race, and like my splits
Yeah.
were super close together, and
Oh.
yeah, it was
And what
well
was your
executed.
your overall time?
8 minutes,
Eight
11
minutes.
seconds. Yeah.
That's like crazy.
Yeah. It was
And
pretty fast.
what about your 1500?
1500. That was on the last night, so it wasn't as great as the 800, but it was also pretty good. I won the junior finals, and I went 15
Okay.
minutes 47 seconds, which was solid for me. It was like a 9-second drop, so
That's really
it was great.
fast. Yeah. And then you did an IM. Um
Yeah, I did the 400 IM and the 200 IM that meet.
and what about those?
They went pretty well. I mean, I'm not like a great IMer because of my breaststroke, but that's something that I'm really trying to work on right now is to really fix up my breaststroke
Yeah.
so I can become a great IMer,
IM.
right?
Yeah.
But I think they both went pretty well though,
Yeah.
considering like I made both finals in those and I placed in the top 5 for both, so it was good.
Amazing. I was just, watching you stay under at each end
Yeah.
as long as you can. Like I was just blown away by that. Like
Thank you. Yeah.
that's, you know, that's really amazing that you can do that, but that's from training,
All right.
right? Breath control,
Yeah.
your stroke.
Mhm.
Anyway, it was wild. Um, What was it like to know that your mom, Finn, your grandparents, in particular, and most of the Kelowna community were watching you on live TV at the trials? Did you think about that when you were there, or?
I thought about it like a little bit, because I was like, okay, I'm here for them, right? So
Yeah,
I gotta perform to my best, right? But like I wouldn't think about it too much to the point where it would like make me super nervous, right?
yeah,
I would think about it just enough so that it would help me
Okay.
push myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That totally makes sense. And so there were huge, giant screens in there, right?
Oh
While you
yeah.
were doing your heats,
There's a
and
big TV and stuff. Yeah.
yeah,
For see.
and so that didn't
No,
bother you.
not really.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Okay. Um. Okay. So you'll finish your year by swimming at nationals in Toronto,
Mhm.
the open water in Italy.
Yep.
What distance are those swims or that swim?
Well, the open water is 7.5 kilometers.
Okay.
Yeah. And I probably gotta train a little more to gear myself up for that. And then like I've actually been starting to ride my bike a bit too to
Oh,
like help
good.
with the
Yeah.
aerobic
Yeah.
capacity that I need for that. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing to get ready for
Ready
that
for that.
in the summer.
Um, you've done lots of open water
Yeah,
swimming though,
I've
right?
done a few.
So you feel
Like yeah, like I feel pretty confident because like I know how to sight and stuff,
yeah.
and like I know all like the tactics and stuff that you need to have for a open water race. So yeah, I feel pretty confident in my abilities. So.
So what's the setup like for the open water? Is it continuous? Is it um
I think it'll be like a loop or something.
okay.
So like we'll probably just do a few laps of like a 1.5 kilometer loop or something.
Yeah. So you'll be swimming in the lake before you go, or how much?
I'll probably do a little bit of practicing in the lake, just to get ready. But other than that, I think I'll just spend most of my training in the
In
pool.
the pool. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you go faster in the pool, right?
Yeah.
You know, than in open
Open
water.
water, yeah.
So, okay. That's good to know. What about the Pan Pacific Games? Like that just blows my mind. So that must be so exciting for you.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's probably like the biggest meet of my whole life so far, right? So it's like, I don't know, like it's pretty hard to wrap my head around.
Yeah.
Like I actually made it there, which is crazy to me, but yeah.
Well, you worked for that. So
Like, yeah.
really. What about nationals? So that's like July in Toronto,
In Toronto, yeah. Same pool.
and same pool,
Yeah.
and similar events, or
Yeah, I'll probably do similar events as I did at trials, and like the goal there is to just be faster than I was at trials,
okay,
just by a little bit. And then Pan Pacs is not that long after that meet,
yeah,
right? So, and then like I think the goal throughout the rest of the year is just to like build as I go through, because like I have a few meets coming up pretty quickly here, and then like I'm not gonna swim my best events there. I'm just gonna swim stuff that like I don't usually swim,
yeah.
just to
Oh,
build
okay,
all my other races as well.
okay.
And then
That
as I get into like later end of the year, I'm gonna swim all my best stuff and just like see it if I can build every meet as I go on.
okay. What was I going to say? Is nationals seniors or juniors or a combination of both?
There is a senior and junior aspect, but you can only swim in the junior if you're a junior, I think.
And
you can't qualify for the senior.
to be a senior, you have to be 18.
and over, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not going to take that long to come along.
No.
So, okay. So you're excited about all of them, but you're super excited about Pan Pacs because you feel like that's another big
Oh yeah, it's
marker for you that's
yeah.
just huge. Okay.
huge milestone for me. Yeah.
Okay. Who are a few of your swimming idols?
Idols?
I watched you on Instagram, but I
know.
missed the first name.
Well, I've had a few, like growing up, it was always guys like Michael Phelps, you
Yeah.
know, like he was super inspirational to me as a kid, right? And I don't know, as I've gotten older, like I've started to like more and more swimmers, like recently, I like guys like Adam Peaty, Finley Knox,
Okay.
Josh Leando, like they're all
Josh
super,
Leando,
they're all super inspiring to me. Yeah.
Okay. Well, other swimmers are going to say that about you. They're
Hopefully,
probably they're
hopefully.
probably already saying that. So what about I've always been curious about Michael Phelps and his career, and now that he was back at Olympic trials, wasn't he?
Michael Phelps?
Yeah.
Oh no, he wasn't. He might be going to the one in the States this year just to like
Okay.
commentate, but no,
Oh, not so not for swimming. I don't
no,
know
no, no,
why I thought
no. Yeah,
I
he's
saw
done. He's been done for a while.
he's been done. So, and do you think he ended his career still by being respective,
Yeah,
respective and
I think he ended it where he should have ended it. Like
yeah,
I think he fulfilled everything that a athlete should in their career, right?
yeah,
Like he achieved great success. He had ups and downs, and he
yeah,
overcame them. Right? Like
yeah.
that's the whole
That's the
story,
whole
right?
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he certainly did. Um, who are a few people you feel contributed to your exceptional swimming talent? Is the list a
Oh,
mile
there's so
long?
many. Yeah, like my whole family, pretty much. Like they've always supported me. Like my mom, my dad, my grandparents on both sides of my family, right? Like they've all contributed so much to my success, and like of course my coaches too, right? Like
Yeah.
without them and their input and program, I would never be here. So it's
Okay.
great. And then yeah,
Friends. So I won't.
friends, teammates, everyone. Yeah, like they've all been super great supporting me. And then like most of my success is probably because it's like probably due to them. Right.
And lots to do with you. So that
A
was
little bit. I mean, I just work hard, right?
I was going to ask you when you came back to OKM for the first day, were like people all crazy and did they treat you any differently or how did that all go?
Kind of like my friends don't really like know swimming, right?
Okay.
So I mean, like honestly, I kind of like it like that though, cause like I don't like to be treated like super special or anything, right? Like it feels good just to be like part of the group, right? And yeah, like they, I mean, like they kind of knew how it went, and they said, you know, how was your meet? And I was like, yeah, it was good, and yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of how it went.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have um on top of all your other things with your mindset, you also have humility. You sound to me like
Thank you.
you're very humble, you're modest, you're not look at me,
No, yeah,
which I think is
yeah. I mean, like I don't like to pound my chest that much, you know what I mean? Like I'd say I have a like I'm not cocky. I'm confident
yeah,
in myself. Like I won't go around and like boast. Like I'll just know to myself quietly that yeah, like I can do this.
I can do this. Well, that's a wonderful trait to have because I think sometimes when people go the other way, it can be crushing,
Yeah.
if they don't live up to what they think the rest of the
Expectations. Yeah.
community is expecting them to do and stuff like that. Like you seem to take everything in stride, where
Mhm.
you're learning, constantly learning, and you're looking to improve, and
Right.
all those things. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. um Oh, okay. Who would you describe as one of your mentors or swim idols who inspired you to keep on going with your swimming for all these years? Like, who do you think when I say a mentor?
I think of my dad
Do
immediately.
you?
Yeah. Like he got me in the sport to begin with, right? Like he used to take me to the H2O pool when I was a kid, and he would like help me swim in like the lazy river by like holding me up and like making me flutter kick with like my toes pointed and
Oh
stuff.
my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I started, honestly, and it was all because of him.
Yeah.
And my grandpa too. They helped me a bunch.
Grandpa Jim?
Yeah, Grandpa Jim.
Yeah.
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 When
They're
I was a
awesome.
baby, he's actually in the pool and stuff.
Oh my goodness. Um, your dad actually really helped me. And I've always been inspired by him. And I've always
Awesome.
been
Yeah.
grateful because the first time trial that I did, doing triathlon and stuff,
Yeah.
and I didn't even know what a time trial was, but I thought, you know what? I've got my bike.
Let's
I
do it.
know
Yeah.
that Dave's out there, so he got me in my saddle and held it, and then let me go. And all I could see were all these cyclists around me, like just surging ahead. And I thought, Jesus, I'm going to be the last one. You know what? And I might have been, but I was
Doesn't matter though.
so thrilled about being able to
Yeah.
do that. And I mean,
Absolutely.
I worked really hard to make a little bit more progress in that, and he's helped me with swimming
Mhm.
and with running. So yeah,
Yeah.
he's he's
Great
a
guy.
he's a great guy for sure. We talked about OKM and your friends. Oh, what is your favorite photo of yourself at the Olympic trials?
Favorite photo. I don't know. I mean, the one when I got my medal was pretty awesome. I think my dad might have got one of that, or maybe not. I don't know. Or I think the one with the team is also pretty good. I like, yeah, because like like all of us worked super hard to get there, and yeah, and
There were 7 of you,
yeah,
right?
there's 7 of us. Yeah.
Okay. Um, so I'm very partial to the black and white image of you. You know the one I'm talking about?
Oh, that one's good. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing. So I don't know, you probably heard of this before. It makes me think of the dark horse metaphor.
Oh yeah.
There's something about your look, something about the fact that it's black and white.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's like so
It has like a feel to it. You're right.
yeah, a dark horse is previously a lesser known person or team or thing that emerges to prominence and success, especially in competition involving multiple rivals. So that's what a dark horse
Yeah.
is. You're a dark horse.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that's how that meet went for me. Right.
Do you?
Like I wasn't very well known, maybe. Right.
No,
No. And then like I
but
definitely made my mark. So
you did for
that's good.
sure. So if I could, with your approval, could I use that
Yeah.
photo for one of my posts, or would you
Absolutely. Yeah.
prefer the one with your? I'd actually like to get about 3
Yeah.
photos of you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can
Okay.
use whatever you want. They're good.
Okay. Um. Okay. We talked about photos. Um. So if I use that photo as the primary image, but
Yeah.
then I
Sure.
have like 3 or 4 or more,
Mhm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Um, how will you keep yourself grounded for the next month as you prepare and visualize yourself swimming in these subsequent events?
Well, I got a super solid routine going on here, right? And
Okay.
like I just get super focused on that, and I just take it day by day, right? And I
Okay.
just try to do the best I can in practice and in my recovery and stuff to really just get myself to the best at like the best shape I can be for the meets coming up. And
Okay.
that's how I just stay focused on what needs to be done.
Okay. And um, you're a high achiever in school.
Yeah,
You've got
I
what,
try to
a
be
3 point, is it a
3.9
3.9
GPA or whatever. Yeah.
GPA? And you're set on having a career in medicine?
Yeah, I really want to get involved in the medical field when I get older. Like it's been super interesting to me since I was a kid, really, And like
Yeah.
my grandpa, my uncle on my dad's side, they're both doctors, right? So like,
Oh, okay. I
it kind of
didn't
runs in the family. So
uh,
I feel like I should.
get in there.
Yeah, exactly.
And you were saying cardiology?
Yeah, like honestly, it's that or neurology, just like the nervous system and the cardiopulmonary system. They're
Yeah.
both super interesting to me, and yeah.
Okay. Well, um, does when you think about all that, is do you think about getting a scholarship, a swimming scholarship, and then being able to kind of go from there, or how do you see the future like that?
Well, that's been kind of the plan. Like the goal is to get a scholarship at a school either in the States or Canada, and then hopefully I can use my athletic ability to
Yeah.
pursue my academic goals as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, That's the goal.